Hello and welcome to a new vlog. The last vlog was from June and it's now August. I looked back at the footage and it's a little bit all over because a lot has happened. There's gonna be some painting, prepping a new canvas, that's not done yet. There's gonna be a new studio. We're not moving in yet, that's later. I just made a art studio tour if you want to check that out. Just in time for the new one. I turned 30. Yay! So I am officially not a 20-something anymore. I started the artist way, which I didn't film about. I wanted to, but then everything else happened. So I missed the first 2 weeks of filming and now it feels like I can't do that anymore. Maybe you'll hear something about it sometime, but not the whole process, not the whole 12-week process. I was inspired by a video of apple cheeks and then I actually talked to my studio mate about it. And she said that it changed her life and that's why she was here. So I guess for me that was enough incentive to start. And especially writing the morning pages and reading stuff that's very generic artist themed, but so true, has helped me see my own self-destructive behavior because I have a lot apparently. There's a lot of starving artist thoughts that have entered my mind the last months, maybe the last year even. And I never believed in that stereotype, but somehow it just slipped in there. And I guess this course, I don't want to credit the course for everything because it has been in my mind. But I guess this course kind of led me to this thriving artist way and has also kind of opened my eyes to some behaviors and some things that I do in my art and in my business especially that are not good for me and not good for anyone, I guess. I don't think I filmed a lot of that, but I've been talking about it so much. So just know there's like a lot going on behind the scenes. I'm changing a lot in my business. I want to sell paintings and I want to sell out my prints. I want to live off my art instead of thinking that everything else is something that I can get my income from and art isn't. Which is a weird thing to say because I feel like I've never believed that, but somehow it started to get to me. I don't know why. I just really can't pinpoint the moment that thought slipped into my mind and it kind of stayed there like a virus. I really don't know because it's not the advice that I would give to anyone, but somehow I listen to it myself. I'm glad my eyes are open, I guess. And yeah, expect a lot more thriving artist spots and ideas. And let's just get into the vlog of the past 2 months. Hello! New month, new haircut. I think this is honestly the first time in 10 years I went to the hairdresser. It's a bit shorter on the side, so I don't have like this round thing going on anymore. And I quite like it. Like it's going all over the place. I want to grow this stuff a little bit longer, but yeah, pretty happy. So in the last vlog I was a little bit lost. I wasn't, not lost, it wasn't lost, I just, it was a very busy month and I had a lot of teaching going on, like very long days. Not full-time or anything, but like I think teaching is pretty intensive, so pretty intense. That took quite a bit of my energy, and like once my mind gets to work on all different things, like I want to do everything at the same time, and I think I've talked about this before, but like I literally do everything at the same time then. So I also released my Patreon in that month. I filmed workshop lessons. I actually teach lessons and taught workshops. I felt like I had to do videos and events. Like June and May are like event months. It's insane. And some stuff I actually had to go to. So that was a lot. And for the rest, I spent one day this week animating something because I felt like experimenting and just doing something fun for myself. And it was nice. I really liked it. I've always been really impressed by animated, I guess, short films with oil painting or like with acrylic painting, but like traditional media instead of digital. And I've always wanted to make something like that. I have no idea how, by the way, I'm just doing whatever. And that like tiny little experiment was really fun. So I'm gonna do that again, but now I'm gonna organize it. So I'm gonna make sure all the paper is on the same size and just make it easier for myself to scan everything in and make sure that it's not too choppy, you know? I spent like one day animating a 4-second clip, so I think it's gonna take more than one day. But we're gonna see how that works, and I mean, I don't know, it's just fun. I realized that I have been losing fun in art a little bit, and not in the necessarily in the painting part, but in the business part and in the art world and in everything that I don't really like. That kind of kills the passion. Like I love the art, I love the painting, I love the concepts, I love the creativity. I don't love how the artwork works, how there's like lots of gatekeepers, how once you're in, you're still not really in, but it's just a money thing, which makes sense because it's a business, but it's also because it's so personal and it's your passion. There's a lot of things that I feel like I have to fit in somewhere, but I don't want to, and I just want to do my own thing. And there's a few things that I find fun that are not very, I don't know, they're not considered like that they should be in the art world. And I realize I just need to do things that are fun. I don't need to listen to other people. I always feel like I don't listen to other people anymore. But then once I think about it, I think actually the last few years, I've actually been listening more to what other people think and what they think I should do. Or I even make up things that I think I should do by other people. So it's time to let that go. Be an easy thing, I think. It won't be a thing that will happen in an instant. But it's really stopping me from making work that I like. To decide, do I want to play the game? Or do I not want to play the game and just do my own thing? And it's probably going to be doing my own thing, but I also, maybe I should to play the game. I don't know. You know what? This is Friday. I wanted to write a few things for upcoming videos because my head is full of new things, as I always have when I take a break. I don't think I'll be finishing the animation today, but I do want to work a bit on it, so it's so at least it's in process. So this is the animation so far. There's like an eye appearing, which I really like, and then the eye is opening up, and then from that eye there's like this floral thing going on, and then the floral thing is coming out of the eye, and it's like becoming this explosion of floral, I guess. And then I'm gonna do the sound design. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I just added some random sounds. My computer was glitching a little bit and it worked out to be this weird like sound, which I like. I mean, I have no background in animation at all, so I'm pretty proud that I was able to paint these things. Like, I think there's like an Adobe program for animation. I don't have it, so I'm just doing this in Premiere and like editing the frames in Photoshop. But I haven't really found ways to animate paintings. So if you do know like a lesson or like an online workshop or whatever that goes into that, I would love to see it, because I know like the hard way and that's like painting frame by frame, which is okay. But then there must be like quicker techniques. I think I saw someone else painting on glass as well, which I found really, really interesting. I think that has to do with like the backlight. Also, if you scan it, then the scanner is on glass, so I guess like the light goes through more beautiful, plus you can scrape it off. I'm just gonna go ahead and add that last frame and then do the sound design. And this is how it turned out. I'm always struggling with light in this room because there's not that much of it. There's like 3 windows on the other side, and then everything else is lighted up from above. So you kind of look bad all the time because the lighting isn't that good, and I can't be bothered while I'm painting to look at the light on the camera. But sometimes I'm editing and I think, oh god, I could have taken like 2 more seconds. But on that note, maybe I'm talking too soon, but there might be an option for me to go to another studio, and I'm hearing about that this week. It's probably gonna be too expensive, but it is a legit option, and it kind of looks like my dream studio. I talked with my studio mate already too, and she really likes the idea as well of moving to another studio. So it's within this building, and I'm really, really, really hoping that it's gonna turn out to be affordable for us. Nou, misschien is het ook, ik kan het niet zien, hè? En het verschil tussen daar en daar, ook als ik vanaf de fiets hierheen loop, dan denk ik, oh, moet echt best wel even een stap zetten eigenlijk. Terwijl vandaar heb ik nog steeds het idee dat het niet te veel doet.
En dan gaan we heel veel schetsen eigenlijk.
Ja.
Dus hier waarschijnlijk ook als met gewoon shit. Dus,
Oké.
Dat is, als het zeg maar zo groot was geweest,
Ja.
had je al zeg maar 2, 3 keer zoveel uit als nu.
Ja, wel. Okay. I haven't ordered from this shop before, so, and it's the first time I ordered a frame this big online. Supposed to be these separate pieces that you just put together. And if you go to a framer, it's way more expensive. So this was actually quite affordable. I think I paid like 80 euros. Okay. We'll see how this works. There's a few screws in there. And also because I want to hang it in my own home, I'm totally fine by trying this out. Like the smaller paintings are way easier to frame because they're, well, a lot less expensive. And I mean, they're just handier to like handle. So these are the separate pieces. But if it works, I might do it with, I frame other paintings too, because I have an exhibition in this studio building coming up, and I like it when they have at least like they present it a bit nicer. But I mean, it all depends on the costs and like if I can afford it at that moment. So the shortest end, and let me see if I can, I don't want to use my scissors because it could be that I damage them. Like in all my videos, I'm like handling everything pretty rough, but once once I get to the good stuff, I promise I'm more secure. So, oh, I think this is good actually. It's actually quite nice, the wood. I expected it to be less nice actually. So this is the wood, and I am going to oil it so it becomes a little bit darker. So, hand for size. And I think it would be nice to have this a little bit darker, and it would be really cool with the colors that I have in the painting. This is how it should work. Like you make the whole thing first, and then you put it around it. And this is not the painting I'm gonna frame, but I think it fits. Cool. Wow, just almost fell through my own painting. Yeah, it does. It's supposed to be like this, and then you have the corner over here, and the frame should be a little bit longer than the painting, just a tiny bit. And I think it's gonna be really nice. It's so tiny over here. It's this painting, of course it's the last one. I don't think I can fit it from here, so I have to move all of them. Now I have like a labyrinth of paintings going on. My storage is too small. This is the painting that I was gonna frame, but I ordered the frame 10 centimeters too wide. Last time around this time of the year, I did a art sale, and I have been thinking if I should do this again or not, and I've been debating it. But I have to say that the income was quite nice at that one moment. Like, it's basically an extra month of income for me. At least last year was. So I'm kind of debating if I should do it again. It's kind of the devaluing of work compared to the extra sale. And I'm not really sure about it still. But what I've been thinking about is doing like an archive showing, maybe like 7 days or maybe 14 days of paintings that are like pre-2020-ish, but like bigger ones, because I've been doing art sales for drawings mostly. And maybe give them like a 25% off, or maybe give like maybe 25 for regular people and then 35 for patrons, for example. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's only like $6.50 a month to sign up, but like if it helps, maybe. But yeah, I'm not sure, but I think at least I'm gonna pick out some paintings, and I think I'm gonna decide from that moment what I'm going to do. I wanted to do a series of reels of just showing the paintings, because like the videos that seem to work really well on Instagram are like showing your back and then slowly turning around to show the painting. Yay! And I think that is just such an easy concept to maybe make it work. So I'll try it. You know, it's I just filmed a video talking about social media and working in series, etc. And I think that's how I should do it myself as well. And maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Oh yeah. So I think there are a lot of paintings in this roll that I could use. I also just decided I'm not gonna do a sale. It's just gonna be a huge promo for archived work, and I thought it was gonna be 7, but I think I have too much for it to be 7, so it might just become a little bit more. But I don't know, I need to get these clamps that get them to be like super tight. So the base colors are on there now. They are very, very primary at the moment. They will not be primary in a little bit. I wanted to get the figures right already because they're quite big and they're pretty angular. I think once the basic shapes fit and they match, then you're already like halfway through the painting, because then it's just painting. And you just need to finish the thing, but the composition is already right, so you don't have to think about it that much. I like the spots, by the way. They're really, yeah.
Running and satisfied. Yes, definitely. I know. It's just a matter of like what you want, you know? And sometimes. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I'm seeing like how people are resonating with the music.
Hey, I just checked out the other studio that they have available. It's really, really big. I don't know. Also, a thing that I've been thinking about is that if we take the space, our rent is going to increase, which means like my living cost, my monthly living cost will increase. I don't know if I'm kind of getting myself stuck there, because then I would have to be even more commercial to cover those costs, which is a business thing, like it makes sense. But also I used to just want to make a living wage to be able to paint, and now I keep going higher and higher and higher and higher, and it's not because my personal expenses are rising, but because my rent for my studio is increasing, and also my material costs are increasing, and I'm not sure if I'm up for that or if I feel like that's too much pressure. But also at the same time, I think especially the first time that I took a studio, that was like a huge barrier of not feeling like I should invest in myself that money, like I couldn't miss it, but actually I could. It just took like a different thinking process. So I'm not sure which one of the things it is right now. Like, is it actually too much, or is it just a change that I'm not used to yet? And also, I don't really like change, even though I am kind of looking for a bigger place. So I don't know. Okay, I did pretty much a full 180 on the new studio space. I don't know where my head was at yesterday, but I am really growing into the idea, and especially when I walked in here, I was like, oh wait, it's actually smaller than I imagined, than I had in my mind. And the other space, I think, literally is like 2 or 2.5 times bigger. It's not necessarily that I need a bigger space, but it is, I'm kind of growing out of my storage space for paintings, and the new studio would be amazing to have this really long table and have host workshops or maybe co-creation days where you pay like a small fee to just work at the table in a studio if you don't have one, which I would be interested in if I didn't have one, or especially like in the beginning when I just started creating and I kind of wanted support, like moral support in making stuff. So that's like my mind is like going and going and going and thinking of stuff now. I just made a studio tour. I have had this palette sitting around for way too long and it's really, really dirty. My brushes are dirty, but you know, it just happens. You buy this expensive brush and you think I'm gonna take so much good care of it, and then you don't. This is what happens if you use something and then you use it once and then you never try to change it. Okay. Yay! Watching this footage almost hurts me because my palette moves around a lot and I can see that I haven't tried to fix it at all. I should really get a better spot for this, a better solution in the new studio. But for now, enjoy the pain. bit of change. I didn't like the figure in the back, so I gave her a dog. Also, the face wasn't working. It's still not, but I'm trying to figure out if I want her to be serious or if I want her to be playing with our dog. I think giving her an extra arm was really good because I really like this hand. Like it really goes well with this. And I felt like something like this was such a big space, so we're adding that. Actually put this painting day in my agenda today because I keep forgetting about the painting days, and I am actually a painter. I noticed that my concentration is gone, but I did paint for hours, so I don't know about this. It's not working. Maybe something neutral. I am still working on this painting. It's probably gonna be a little while, but if I waited to finish this one, we would have had a 4-month vlog. So I'll keep you posted. Like I have a lot to do, then I make this to-do list like with everything on there. Not everything is for this week because it's Thursday, that's impossible anyway. It doesn't even involve painting and drawing. It was a bit of a weird week because tomorrow is my birthday. Yay! Maybe I'll edit one of the videos that I have in the making. I wanted to add some fun titles in there, and it's way too much work, but also I think it's very fun. So I'm just gonna see it as like a creative outlet for this week. Hey, it's future Roxy. I am right now editing this video. I am at the end, and I'm looking at this footage, and it was really hard to make this a full story, honestly. Like, it was a lot of footage. There was a lot happening, like I said in the beginning, and I feel like I have had this big transition this month about not having starving artist thoughts but thriving artist thoughts, and I can really see that while I'm editing this video. So I know I haven't maybe said that much about it, but I have been doing a lot behind the scenes that are related to that. And to give you a few examples, because I started The Artist Way, the book, I saw a few things that I just hadn't fixed for myself, and I didn't trust in selling originals, for example, which, I don't know, it seems unimportant to sell things, but then at the same time, like, this is my work, so if I sell something, it just means that I can continue doing it. And in the book, she says something about synchronicity, and the weird thing is that I actually sold 3 paintings in the past 3 weeks, which is really, really amazing. And I feel like I am only just starting to work on selling my work and having a good shop and trusting myself in this. And somehow it already like came to me. I don't think I believe in manifesting, but it is crazy it is a crazy coincidence though. And I'm also noticing that I haven't given myself the right tools to create, because I haven't painted that much this year. And I just need to play more and make ugly things and mess up. And that's all part of the process, and that's literally all that I want to do basically my whole life probably. So these works on paper were a start. I made some reference photos, which I haven't done in quite some time, and I just went for it. And these are definitely not like final pieces, but they are a start of bigger works and bigger paintings, and basically a way to get me thinking about something new. So that's really cool, I think. So that was a necessary cleanup. I filmed a lesson yesterday, and it was for Patreon. It's about color thumbnails. It was about making these small sketches, and just like based on a drawing, like I have a drawing over here, to see which ones work best. And like, of course, this is like an example drawing, but because I already decided on the drawings, on the colors. When I don't know yet what I'm gonna do, I make these color sketches. Sometimes I do them digital as well, but for now it felt like really cool to do them analog. And they're also really good to, well, they're just fun in itself, you know. They're like these cute little abstract drawings, I guess. I'm kind of finding my rhythm with the lessons and with planning Patreon in general, because I want to have all the content for that month prepared before, and especially with the lessons, because it takes some time to set up, so I like to film them in batches. So that's up for today. And then I also I don't need to find them because I know what they are, but someone is gonna come look at 2 originals of mine, Framed and The Flower Girl, which I would be really excited for if it's found a new home, because I sold a lot of prints of that one and I haven't yet sold the original. And otherwise it goes up in a shop update later this month. And I think because I have such chaotic energy, I'm just gonna go paint a bit. Like I made some new reference photos yesterday, so I feel excited to paint those. But I need to keep my energy with this one because it's now at a stage where it's like the ugly stage and I know I can get it out of there. But that's like, for now it's important to get it out of there, so I feel excited to finish it. So I'm gonna paint for like 1 or 2 hours and just see where I end up.